On November 13th at 11 p.m., the West Yorkshires relieved the Devon Regiment. The very next day, the soldiers came under fire for the first time and suffered their first casualties, with 3 men wounded. Indeed, one account of the battalion's first taste of trench warfare described the soldiers' great discomfort in heavy mud. At times during this period, the trenches occupied by the West Yorkshire Regiment soldiers were 2 to 6 feet deep in water. And cold mud baths were common, so also was the inevitable accompaniment of sickness. On November 19th, the battalion lost its first man to sniper fire, with another 6 wounded. Even when the men were resting in the barns and houses allocated to them behind the lines, there was no respite from the shelling. Acting Sergeant Walter Weston recorded the difficulty of fighting in the rapidly deteriorating conditions. He wrote, "The continual rain, where the whole terrain had turned into a quagmire of liquid mud, making it difficult for the transport carrying supplies and weapons to continue along the muddy roads. Every so often, they had to stop and push the vehicles over the cloying mud. Even more harrowing was to try to pull comrades out of the mud. Many perished by slipping off the duckboards and disappearing into the slime. The days spent in wet and muddy trenches left some soldiers incapacitated by trench foot, and invariably resulted in many of the men having a foot or both feet amputated. The pitiful sight of the horses and mules stuck in the rain-sodden soil, struggling to free themselves from the mud." So yeah, we think about trench foot, think, oh, your feet are uncomfortable or whatever. You don't think about having one or both of your feet amputated. December 18th, the West Yorkshire Regiment's colonel and captains were told that the 2nd Battalion Devon Regiment would be attacking the German trench, and 2 companies of Yorkshiremen would be sent in support to dig and make good any captured trenches. The official battalion diary records the Devon attack commenced from the left and was late in starting. The right company never advanced, thus creating a block in the trenches. The left company's attack was unsuccessful owing to the wire arrangements, but the left center company occupied 150 yards of the main German trench. At midnight, the entire 2nd Battalion of the West Yorkshire Regiment was ordered to take over the captured trench and improve it for defense, while their comrades dug in alongside. However, at 8 a.m., the Germans responded with hand grenades thrown in great quantities and very rapidly, forcing the men occupying the trench to retreat to the British front line. As a consequence of this sudden action, the company of West Yorkshire soldiers attempting to dig on the right were left exposed and suffered withering enfilade fire. They also retreated, and the attack ended in failure, and the battalion suffered 2 officers killed, 2 wounded, and 120 other ranks killed or wounded, almost all sustained in the retreat.